Never is the order. Tongue wants what it wants. Tongue accepts nothing less. Otherworldly, mouth-shocking, mind-altering. Tongue is insatiable. Prepare to serve. Obey, tongue.
Immediately, Katie wanted nothing else.
I could buy one of these fake 80s, put them into 4 lines, and 2 lines would last me a full day. That's how strong it was. And if I did a full pill, I would OD.
Katie says she's overdosed 11 times, most recently a few days ago. Brought back by paramedics or friends on the strip who have naloxone, the powerful opioid antidote.
Every time I do dope, I know I'm taking a risk. I know that I might die, but it doesn't matter how many times I've OD'd, I still use the next day because the withdrawals are so bad.
Each step man took, he considered progress, as he still does. It was progress in the wrong direction, as it still is. But he never turns back. As he took the first step of this progress, his health began to decline and his lifespan to decrease. But the cause was a mystery to him. When the cause was definitely discovered, it was too late to do much about it. Man's body had suffered such serious degeneration and had so completely adapted itself to the new regime that he refused to resist his craving for it, finding it easier to sicken and sink into an early grave than to fight against the bad habits that had enslaved him as he progressed. In this age, he is still progressing, still adopting new habits, while holding hard to the old ones, and is steadily sinking both mentally and physically.
When you hear this, what goes through your mind? When you hear this, what do you find when you hear these words? How we are still progressing. The ailments, the illness is still expressing. And it seems the state of humanity gets very depressing when we think about the ways we feel we're progressing. All the struggle and stressing. Are we progressing? If we are confessing, are we progressing? It's just interesting to just ponder in a state where we wonder what happened to all the lightning and thunder, right? Are these vices truly taking us under? You know, when you examine certain people with certain addictions that seem fatal, people who are drugged out on fentanyl and exhibit so many symptoms, and they're completely unrecognizable for who they were years ago. I remember watching a documentary with one woman, and there were several people in this documentary that all recounted how they had a habit that was costing them $1,500 a day sometimes. Thousands of dollars a day. But they were so stimulated on this drug, on this substance, that they found a way to come up with the money. They were paying each day what somebody might pay for an apartment, a living residence. They were actually paying more each day, living on the street, nothing to eat, but they were paying to just have a hit of this substance, whatever it was. But they just wanted one hit. That was it. To make it to the next day. Just to get to the next day. And when somebody asked one of these women who had already overdosed around 10 or 11 times, they had revived her back with Narcan. They said, why do you keep doing this? You know that the next time you use, you have everything to lose. You could die. You know that, right? Next time it might not be, it might be the last time. She said, I'm fine. If it's the last time, I'm fine. She said, I know I could die. I know it's fatal. But the withdrawal symptoms are too much to bear. And since they're too much to bear, I really don't care. She said this. She said she was more afraid of what would happen if she stopped than if her vessel, if her body suddenly dropped. She was less afraid of death than the pain of living. So she could continue to keep on using and keep on giving. The stimulation that we undergo in the simulation the things that are depressing as we feel we are progressing. How do we rise above it all? And even when we fall, do we still stand tall? As this book is illustrating the great fall of man, we must prevail and do all that we can. Thank you so much for listening. Always for glistening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw. And if you enjoyed this content or would like to dive even deeper and go further in the content that we don't provide here on this channel, check out the website that we have for you at patreon.com/chronicpath. With a wealth of knowledge we did not receive in college. Multiple audios, videos, and even books like this for your reading pleasure. It is always a treasure. Take care, stay aware. We'll see you soon. Stay in tune.